All right, welcome everyone. My name is Paula Phillips, also known as Journal Artista, and we're over here on Ustream. It's Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and you may notice that I have a new camera. So first, for those YouTubers, I apologize before saying that it was Ustream with my quality. It was obviously my 5-year-old camera. So I learned my lesson. I take that back. I was wrong. My bad. We're a little bit better. So hopefully for those of you on YouTube, you'll be able to see a little bit more clear and enjoy a little bit more. So we need to find, well, not find, sorry, I was just reading something in the chat. So quick little business, um, Patty Tolly Parish and I are organizing a weekend getaway in Maryland in July, from July 8th to the 11th. That weekend, we to book the space, we need to have 25 deposits paid. Now, when we say it's a non-refundable deposit, obviously if we don't make 25 people, you're going to get your money back if we don't sign the contract. That non-refundable comes into play afterwards, right? Once we sign the contract. So, if you're interested, time's running out because we need that money by May 1st, and it's already the 22nd. Um, it's $100 deposit so that we can book the meeting space. So if anybody has any questions about that, now's a good time to ask if you're in chat. I did get the question about the way it was worded in a second survey about why did it look like maybe the way the way I wrote it, but the cost for the workspace um, and it works out to be about $340 give or take for the 4 days. That includes lunch and not breakfast, excuse me, a morning break and an afternoon break. So all the cost is all about it. All the costs of food is in the price with the hotel. I think I might have wrote something about the lunch is being served. The lunch is in the same buffet facility that is um in the hotel. So new pockets. So that's what we really yeah, I'm really excited. Patty's going to teach we're going to teach some full classes so that you're going to come away with, a full journal and some other good stuff. So, of course, we all want to meet each other, right? Mhm. 3 meals, 2 snacks, all the instruction, everything is all included for all that. But to make it a go, the second part of the installment, the other 200, give or take dollars, 200 and a bit dollars, it is not due till July 1st. So you got a little bit of time after that. So, well, we did this page on Saturday night. I also stream Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We use some texture paste and as I said before the other day, you'll have to get used. I'm so used to streaming upside down that I'm used to turning stuff for you guys to see, and left is right and right is left and up is down. So I'm a little confused. You'll have to bear with me. So we did this awesome page on Sunday, and if you missed the pre-chat for the sorry, Saturday night, for those of you that were here, and when I used the pictograph stencil and it had the texture paste on it, or the embossing paste, Dreamweaver embossing paste. I don't usually clean my stencils, but that's the type of stuff you need to get off. So I told Simon to put it in my sink. Well, he did one better. He put it in the bathtub. And when I got up to take a shower Sunday morning, I was taking a shower um, with my stencil. So that's love. That's love. Yeah. If we end up less, it'll affect the bottom line. If we end up more, it'll affect it. So yeah. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of jelly plating tonight because I've got all this Happy Meal together. I've been using all this stuff that um I've been using all my jelly prints. So we'll do a little bit of jelly plating. We were making a joke when I tested my camera here the other day. Um what day was that? Monday? I forget. Anyway, and I apologize for all of you stream issues with the sound. It seems like it's fixed now, so we're all good with that. Don't be afraid. You can come back now, my friends. The sound is fixed. Come back. Um, what was I trying to say there? Forgot what I was completely forgot what I was saying. So this is a jelly plate. If you guys haven't seen one before, I know most of us in the live chat have, but you never know if some of those on YouTube have not seen it. It is made by Gelli Arts. And, you know, as you can see, mine is a little bit dirty. Yeah, so again from the survey. So I sent everybody an email that has signed up for the second survey and paid their deposit with all the information. Because I didn't know that PicMonkey, you know, or not PicMonkey, SurveyMonkey, you know, didn't allow you to view the survey once you took it already. So also, I have to ask Patty. There's a part on there where the hotel wants you to give a client ID and whatnot and name of the group, but I'm not sure if Patty has that yet. Um, I'm not sure if that's something you get when you sign the contract or what. But anyways, if anybody has any questions, I'm really excited. I'm sure Carrie and I are going to go to Maryland regardless if it works out or not. We'll be visiting. We'll be inviting ourselves and visiting Patty anyways. But we all will be excited. I'm excited. I absolutely can't wait. Okay, so a little bit before I hit record, I took some time, and this is just plain 110-pound cardstock from Staples, and it's still a little bit wet. So I've never tried this before, and you know me, I like to show my thought process and um, my trials and errors. Let's hope this is a success. Let's hope this is a success. Okay, so before, like I said, this is 110-pound cardstock with some old book paper, thanks to my wonderful friend Ange, and some tissue paper, and I just used some polymer matte medium on it. Okay, I also have some just regular cardstock available. One thing about jelly plating or mono printing like this, you gotta. My camera's wonky. Something isn't right, guys. Sorry. I'll fix the tilt thing eventually. But you gotta have a lot of paper around because you know things can get fast and furious, and you don't want to be without some paper. All right. So I chose some colors. I'm telling you, my screen is wonky beforehand. So I'm just gonna use Liquitex Basics mostly. Got some brilliant yellow, green, cerulean blue hue, brilliant purple. Hi, Miko. Uh, light blue permanent. You know my favorite colors. I'm going to use some PBOs here. We'll see how we go. But I think I'll start first with some blue and green. Maybe some spring colors. I also have a fancy texture tool that my friend Mickey gave me. Just one of those, what do you call that? Nylon brushes? Oh, Tamiko, you don't want to go into, well, depends. Okay, that's a good question. Tamiko asks, is supposed to be in the social stream. If you're on a tablet, an iPad, I'm just going to put some paint down while we're chatting here. If you're on an iPad or Android, the only chat option is the social stream. But through the social stream on the app, we're talking about the app, um, then you see everybody's chat, yes. But if you're watching on a desktop, and you're on social stream, you won't see what everybody else is saying. You'll be in your own little world over there. So just a heads up there. You're in the right place if you're on a tablet. You're in the wrong place if you're on a desktop. All right. So today I think I'm going to practice not filling my entire plate with paint. and see how we go. Next to me, I also have a bin with some, other textury bits that my friend Mickey sent me, and my foam stamps, and that type of thing. I even busted out some Fiskars texture plates from uh, a long, too long ago. So let us start by building some layers. And the fun thing for me, let's see if I can move this sideways. Think this will work? Sideways. Find a sheet. I need to find a. Sorry, got sidetracked and I completely forgot what I was just saying in my head. My bad. Usually, so if I'm, these are foam stamps I just made with regular kids fun foam. But this would have been good if I already had some type of background. I'm working backwards. Working backwards. So, but really, I'm more focused on what this print is going to give me than maybe what, what is going on something else. Let's see. Look, here's someone's Happy Mail. Let's put it on there. Well, I'm using the app Miko, and maybe it's a different version of for different Android systems, because my app, there's only videos or social stream, and the social stream is the chat. See, so when I do some jelly plating, I like to have a bunch of random things around me, and we can get some different results. We can get some fun things going. All right, so I got a little bit of texture going on there already, and sorry my camera's all kind of wonky. Yeah, in Canada, Liquitex Basics is on sale this week. 2 for $9, 3 for $10 in the US. Okay, so I think I'm also going to add a little bit of texture, so I'll use one of these, again, these foam sheets that Mickey sent me. But you can use whatever, right? Like you've seen lots of people use like an onion bag, or, I mean, get creative. I'm just using what is around me. All right, so now I'm going to put down a stencil, I think, and I'm going to pull up. Let's see. I really like this Argyle stencil because it has such big openings. And then it's just for contrast, maybe we'll put this one here. So as you can see, yes, I did get my camera set up, but you know, my desk isn't exactly finished yet, so don't hate. There's not quite as much room. So one thing you have to remember when using the jelly plate, and I know I repeat this a lot, but it's important, is that if you're using a 110-pound cardstock like this, compared to, a thin piece of paper like deli, hold on, I'm getting sweaty. I'm gonna take off my sweater. Sorry about that. You kind of have to remember that you're pushing thick paper through a stencil. So you don't maybe necessarily, you may not, maybe you will get a perfect pull, but you just have to remember that going through a stencil, right, you're not going to get the full print, but ooh, that's cool. So if I already had done some background, see, I'm doing this backwards. I should have already had some backgrounds going on so that we could put these awesome prints on top of them. All right, so, but I'm going to work on a couple different pages at once. All right. Now, here's the good stuff. The stuff that makes the crusty bits. Carrie's turning off the chat. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I think she's talking about Michael's. I did say it, Carrie. You just don't pay attention. I know, Jean. Jean says she has to laugh when she watches me jelly plate because at one time I said I bought the huge one so it would be easy for me to cover a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11. Yet every time I do this, I do 2 pages at once, so I never get it all covered. It's true. It's true. I'm gonna do it again here shortly. There goes my excuse. Oh boy. So to get the, really good crusty bits, I want some of it dry. All right. Now, let's bust out the black, shall we? Or shall we first layer on some cream or white? No, let's do black. Okay. Now, I bought brand new black paint. Here we go again. Now, that was one thing I didn't look for before I hit record, to make sure it was ready. Riser Frozen. Should not be too far. Here we go. Brand new one from Dollarama. Oh, still not even open. There shouldn't be any problem with the jelly plate. I'm sure lots of girls, lots of instructors fly with it all the time. I'm sure they've seen much stranger, Jean. Much stranger. Hey, Charlie. Oh, and then this is a well-packaged tube. One part and another. Almost done. All right. Rain got from Liquitex Basics brilliant purple, light aqua green, and medium magenta. Ooh, medium magenta is one of my favorite colors. Uh-oh, I got big hair right there. Sorry, it's my own. It's not fur ephemera. All right, brayer. As long as you pack everything, you're pretty much fine, right? All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of black and see how it goes. This could be a flop. This could be a flop. So my hope is that some part, I'll just do one. Let's try on this piece of paper here. And I'll only maybe do it on part to make sure. Let's see. We'll only do it on a part, see if it works. And then maybe we'll do another, this part over here. And oh, Razer Frozen. I am dropping my paper. I need that paper. Sorry. Reach over. Hey, Sherry. All right. Okay, so I bought the big plate so I could do multiple pages. No. Oh boy. Well, when I was in Newfoundland, I got a little I didn't drink a lot of cream. I used not sweetened condensed milk. I used evaporated milk in my tea and coffee. So while I was in Newfoundland, I bought a can opener because, you have to kind of like kind of like the same type of can opener, you know, you use if you're getting tomato juice in a can or that type of thing, right? So I guess it was in my carry-on bag. Well, my bags were overweight, so I had to do all this shuffling. Um, and when you're doing these pull-up prints, guys, you really got to make sure you get some good even pressure. That's why I'm taking a long time. So anyways, I had to do some shuffling, and I guess in the shuffling of my carry-on to make sure my luggage wasn't overweight. That didn't turn out much goodness. That's a hot mess. Anyways, I had this can opener in my carry-on. So the guy looks at me, and they're not as strict, I don't think, within flying within Canada as if you were flying through the US, right? So he just looked at me and he's like, and I'm like, look, you guys got me addicted to carnation milk, to canned milk, the carnation. I need my can opener. He let me go. Oh boy. All right. Well, woo! Look at this. Ho ho! Sorry. That was probably really loud because my camera is really close. I apologize if that was crackling. Sorry if that was really loud. But hey, that looks cool. See, this is exactly what I was thinking, or I wanted, or thought about. Let's go down here. Was trying to get that book paper. I only did it on the one side there. So, but using such a light little bit of the black there, I was able to get, the whole point of seeing that some stuff underneath. And we got some crusty bits going on over here. So we know that it works. So right on top of this, I'm going to Vicky, hello, lover. That's a Patty. That makes me laugh. All right, I'm looking for something. Let's bust out this time the bright aqua green, everybody's favorite color. Hey, Terry. Terry, I did get your message. I just have been overwhelmed the past couple days. I'm not ignoring you. That's really for anybody that's waiting for a message, but I know Terry specifically. All right, so I got a little bit of the green. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of the light blue. So, you guys have heard me say it more than once. I like all the crusty bits, therefore I don't clean my plate. There's all this other stuff around here. If that type of stuff bothers you, then it's, clean your plate every time. It's not a big deal. Some people just spray their plate with water. I have some, I like to use some hand sanitizer, a little bit of hand sanitizer. Okay, let's make some, we gotta make some background. So I'll use this thing that Mickey gave me, a baster. Create some texture maybe. This is as close to cooking as I get. All right, that's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to paint with it afterwards too, but I'm thinking that this is something you need to wash. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it looks like um, uh, it's like it's scratched almost. So we'll use some foam stamps. So my thought process is to use this on a blank piece of paper, for a little bit of a starter, shall we say. Look, okay, Jean. full sheet, just for G. And a bit of deli paper. I need another sheet of deli paper. Excuse me while I go underneath my desk. I guess I won't worry about that little bit there. Hey, Mickey. Well, Kelly, you missed the first pull off of the paper. The first pull onto the collage paper, I should say. That black, it makes it look a little bit dirty, so I might have to choose a different color. So just a little bit of stuff here and there, and as you see, I don't know which side to print my deli paper on. I print on either side, whatever one goes down first. I don't think that there's a difference between right and on. Oh, that looks pretty, but you know, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Ooh, oh yeah, look at how fun that scratch. I love that. It's kind of like wood grain if you did it a certain way. So the whole point of this sheet now is to build color on top of it, right? We're going to do more layers on top of those is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's do another one that looks like that. I think I'm going to do it right on top of this plate. Rather than a cleanup print, I'm just going to continue going. Then we'll do a cleanup here shortly. Oh, what'd the hubby buy instead of dry wax paper? Dare we ask? Parchment? All right, so same thing. Maybe let's see this way. I'll do a little. And guys, these tools, this particular tool, even though it's not as fancy as my fly swatter from Catalyst, it's I think you can get it at the dollar store. You can get it at Dollarama here anyway. And it's fun, let me tell you. So I did a little bit of swirls that time. Let's see, maybe this time I'll bust out one of my alphabet stencils. If anybody has a question for me, please put it in caps or just as something that they especially want me to see. It would help. So I flip it over a couple different ways. Some will be right side up, some will be upside down, right, Jean? And then it doesn't matter. Or I should say right, Eileen? You know, I'm just going for the collage look regardless. So for me, upside down, right side up, I'm cool with it. I'm cool like that. All right. Linda, you don't have a comment at this time? Okay. Thanks, Linda. Hi, Sandra. Ooh, Mickey did a burlap. Ooh, so that would just be going one way and then the other way. I'm thinking. I think that's just what she wanted, Jean. The way I read it is that she just wanted to see some letters backwards and some right side up. That's all she was saying. She just wanted a little bit of both. All right. Ooh, that's fun. I just love that thing. So you can you see a little bit of the alphabet plate and a little bit of the, ooh, ho ho! That's fun. I love how that looks actually. So you got little crusty bits going on, right? Like right here. Night, Anita. Good to see you, my friend. All right, so we got more papers in the making. Well, so we're gonna layer other, like maybe a darker blue or some red or orange on top. Okay, I think this is prime pickings for a cleanup print. But that means that it needs to be pretty dry. Little bit dry. And then we're gonna go back to our papers that um, right, that we started with, just cardstock with some book paper and tissue paper collaged on it. All right, Vern. Let's see. Ooh, this is what I'm gonna do. See what happens. Cross our fingers. I think I'm going to use, if I can find it, the color I want. Let's see, medium magenta. No, I think I want alizarin crimson. Here, laser. A hot flash fan. I have a hair dryer, but the problem is I've been actually using the hair dryer, so can't win. All right, so Liquitex Basics. I need another one of these. That's for sure. I'm gonna write that down. Alizarin crimson, and I might need a little bit more, maybe. So that's what I'm gonna use to pull this sucker up. See what happens. Pink and orange. I would use a light blue. Light blue or a light green. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put, let's see, I'll pull up a whole print maybe on this one, see how that works. Everybody cross their fingers. And I'll put, so I got half of that one on that side, so see how well that goes. And, I keep saying it all the time, jelly plating is, for me, a lesson in impermanence and not having expectations, because I'll tell you, oh no, something's falling in my coffee. You never know quite what you're gonna get. Why it's called mono printing. So I was watching, I don't know if anybody else watches, and I'm not getting on a soapbox, but I was watching Super Soul Sunday that I recorded, and the guy was talking about mindfulness and that doesn't necessarily mean meditation. Jelly plating is a form of meditation for me. Of being mindful and not expecting any more than what's just there, right? They have handheld fans at Dollarama? Oh no. Razor frozen. Not bad, but not the look. Okay, here's what I can do. Too much paint. Rats. Rats. This side look good. See exactly what I mean. It's a lesson All right, so while I'm pressing the watch, I'm going to do some double duty. I'm going to take my baby wipe and I'm going to wipe off this one while I'm pressing the other one. We're multitasking now, my friends. All right. Because this was all filled with gel medium, I can take it off. So what happened there was that was too thick of a paint. I don't know. Maybe I didn't wipe long enough. When I mean wipe, I mean maybe I didn't have it down long enough. Who knows? Who knows? I probably jinxed myself talking about it being impermanent. What you gotta do? Multi-gelling. All right, now this is what we wanted. That's pretty. So just a little bit of the gel in the back, or sorry, it's not a gel, but more of a glaze in the back. There's some, ooh, there's a few nice crusty bits on there. Worked out. So like I said, it's just different. You can't have expectations, right? Or if you do, like me, it ends up being bad news. All right, so now I've got some hot mess going on here. Let's just add to it. So I think I'll do a little bit of magenta. This is medium magenta. Again, one of my favorite colors. And let's just throw a little bit of purple with it, maybe. And try it again. Ooh, I didn't wipe it off on that one. Razor-frazzin'. Oh, well, it's starting out to be a pink page. We're going to have to put another quote or something on that. See, the thing is, you can't be afraid to jelly plate, right? Yes, there's so many variables and this and, you know, you gotta think about thickness of paint and this and that, but it's still fun. I promise. It's addicting and fun. All right. Shall we try it again? Bust out. So, Mickey said that she did a burlap. So let's see if I can go this way. I guess the more you press, the more paint you're removing. The deeper the lines, shall we say. So we'll go this way. Maybe I'll go a little bit lighter going this way. Maybe heavy in some parts, light in the other. Over here I am kind of brushing this brush, but it doesn't really come off very well off the brush, off the thing. Oh boy. Okay. So we got a little bit of texture. Let's see. So this is pink. Now I can throw on top of these prints, right? I got these two prints that we did earlier. So I'm going to use some of Patty Tolly Parrish stencils over here. I'm going to just throw down a couple. Let's see, let's use that one. And then we'll use his big brother. And this arrow one. Love this arrow one. Okay. Okay, so when you're at this stage, right, this is where I want to layer on some of these backgrounds we just made. Right, so I'm going to put these bad boys down. Here, I got paint flying, heat guns flying. I need to like get a hook or something to hook my heat gun on my table. That would be smart. Yeah, right now my texture stuff is in one of those, Iris 12 by 12 containers, which are also on sale at Michael's. Or was that last week? I've got to go. My niece is sick, so I can't go shopping again tomorrow unless I break down and take a cab. Alright, so same thing, right? I'm using thicker cardstock going through the, especially the 6x6 stencils, because the 6x6 stencils, have kind of a smaller design, right? What is Colleen? Use a post some photos on Twitter. Oh, of what? 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 I'd like to see. And if you want me to see anything, please, guys, sometimes Twitter, there's so much goodness on there. I miss some stuff. So please just at Journal Artista, tag me with that, or Instagram. I'd love to see what you're creating. All right. So a little bit of goodness on top of there. Maybe not the right color necessarily, but we're going to do some more layers, so it's not the end of it. All right. Same as this. Very cool. And each one of those, I like to call them arrows, but they're not. They are, Patty hates me because I keep calling them the wrong thing. Tribal squares that look like wonderful arrows to me. All right, so take all these bad boys off. Now look at, I still have all that goodness. Let's see. I have all this goodness now that we are going to attempt again. Attempt number 2 of a good cleanup print. I need to get my, yes, I do. All right, this is gonna have some good cleanup prints. No, Patty. They look like shoes to you, Linda? I think a lot of times if it's not, if your paint isn't completely dry or close to completely dry, when you try to do the cleanup print, then it, it doesn't pick it all up. Blade, middle name is George. Is that true? I guess. If you're gonna take a shower with your stencils, you better name them. Oh boy. I'm thinking me fanning this thing, my plate to dry my paint, because you can't use a heat gun, right, guys? Or else it could be, you know, we've got some safety professionals in the room now, so we gotta make sure we're on our safest behavior. So, no, but all kidding aside, heat and this jelly plate is bad news. Don't attempt it, don't try it, don't even think about it. All right, what color? So I'm gonna have to pick it up with black, eh, my friends? Or should I try white? What do you guys think? Let's ask the experts. He put it, I'm not kidding, Vicky. He put it in the tub and not in water. And when I got it in the morning, because I wear glass, I have very bad eyes, like -7 in one eye. I'm not saying, I know that there's other people who have worse, but my glasses. So if I take off my glasses, I can't see past my nose. So it was quite the experience getting into the shower. I mean, thank goodness though it was color, so I could see that there was a different color. Want me to use some Titan Buff? I like them Titan. I like me some Titan Buff. Right, my plate, my chain. So anyways, thank goodness it was a different color because, man, it scared me. So yeah, I took a shower. It was cleaned, but I think it's still in the bathroom actually. Cream. Some Titan buff. Yes, it's an inside joke that is now 5 years old. And we just showed the page the other day, actually. Um, where I don't know who it was, but I said Titan buff, and Blade thought I was talking about him being tight and buff, and not Titan, Titan buff. So speaking of Titan buff, uh, let's see. It is a heavy body paint. All right, so whoopsie, upside down. Bad news. Can't get used to it. It's gonna be hard. Can you see that clearly? Can you see it says Titan buff? No, I don't, Patty. Nor do I have the small um poppies. The only small ones I have are these dangles. I love this stencil. I'm just remembering what I said last time when I confused my crusty bits with my dangles. I made it. Where's my tape? Oh, I'm killing myself. All right, so this is heavy body paint, and it's artist grade. So let's just use a little bit of that maybe, and then a little bit of white craft paint or white. I do have gold and open acrylics as well, but I haven't used those in a while, that's for sure. All right. I'm looking for a little bit of this paint. Oh, Vicky thought Titan Buff was like Rub and Buff. Oh, do they still make Rub and Buff? I'm not sure, Jonathan. This could go downhill fast. Okay, spreading the paint. Spreading the paint. So you really need a thin layer, which is why I added some of that white, because, you know, with that golden being a heavy body paint, you know, it doesn't like to spread as easily. All right. I think I'm going to remove some parts here with, when I say that, I think I'm going to add a little bit of texture. I think that there's just way too much. Those are where those sticky notes went. Sorry, there's way too much paint. I think there's too much paint. So, everybody cross their fingers. We're going to hope this works. I need to... Okay, we're trying all over again, my friends. The same thing. This time maybe I'll only do part of it. See what happens. Okay, now we can just collage over some of these other pieces. Hi, Dan. This is too much. Getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Ooh, Rain got a stencil today with pen and pencil and paintbrushes from Stencil Girl. I saw one on Stencil Girl. Stencil Girl's stencils are pricey. But I have quite a few. I was on the Stencil Girl design team when it first launched a while ago. But they have some awesome designs. I still want to get Orly Avenari's a couple of her stencils. She was here. All right. goodness. Okay, everybody cross it. Let me take a peek. Everybody crossing their fingers. Ooh, well that's cool. Definitely see, it looks like burlap. Can you guys see that really well? You didn't know that, Colleen? For sure. Check out my blog. That would have been year and a half, 2 years ago now. All right. So that was such similar color you can't even tell. It just went right over. Some good crusty bits, but it's a similar color. So these are the tests. These are the papers that were collaged. So everybody hold their breath. That's going to make some, oh, sweet goodness. Nothing. How come it works? So we're going to have to use black. I guess that's the key. Maybe it didn't work because, I mean, you can see a little bit of something there, but not really. Too much of a similar color as, the paper. Some crusty bits came there, but I think I need to do more black. I need to add some black because that's just a hot mess. So like I said, some of this stuff could, you know, um, no, it's sticking, Carrie, because it worked out here. It just chose the wrong color. I probably had too much paint and, well, cream. I don't know cream's obviously not going to go well. Pink, I already had, I used the same colors. No, it's just, I used too similar to those colors. But this is going to be some nice crusty bits right here. So let's bust out the black. And what I mean by crusty bits, guys, is that's just the the dried stuff that's left over on your plate when you take a pull. Take a print. Boy, this is just going downhill today. All right. So I am going to leave a little, let's see how well this works. I'm going to do that same thing all over again. Well, that's not dry, so it's probably not going to stick to that because it's not dry. But over here, let me try it on this side of the paper. Let me try on this. Look how that looks. This must be on this side of the jelly paper, but look how cool. Jelly paper. That's not your fault, Gene. I blame Blade for wanting Titan buff. Oh boy. So that nothing turned out on there. I don't know what's going on. See, too much. So it might not work on this one either. Too much paint. Making a hot mess. We're just making hot messes. That didn't pull up at all. Here we go again. I might not be rubbing it long enough. Might not be completely dry. I'm hot. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to have to dry those other papers because it's definitely not going to stick onto a paper that's already have wet, wet paint on it. All right. Woo, lots of crusty bits on this one. I don't know how well you can see it, but now, we've lost all stencil form, all of anything just because of how many layers and stuff I had on there. Let's see. But you know me, we're gonna try it till I figure out why it's done, how it's done. All right, so we've got some yeah, some hot mess. Oh, okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move my plate for a minute. Yikes! Without dropping it, I'll go back to this. Get a new baby wipe. Let me go back to the stencil. Let's see if I can wipe some of this black off through it. I mean, nothing is ever a waste, guys. When I say it's a hot mess, it doesn't mean that I'm throwing it out. Well, sometimes I do, but you know, when you have pointy, so I'm using a clean baby wipe here. I don't know what it is. If it's just me drinking coffee or what, or if, you know, they got the heat on. I've been freezing lately, and the past couple of times I've been in my room here, I've been roasting. So anyways, if you've got a stencil like this one, Tribal Squares, you know, when you're using your baby wipe, it can pick up the edges of the stencil, right? Can snag your baby wipe. So I like to do what I call the twist, where I just put my baby wipe down instead and give it a little twist as I wipe it away. And then it doesn't, I find it doesn't get as caught as much. Doesn't get as caught as much. Doesn't get caught as much. Who learned me how to smoke? Spoke! Who learned me how to smoke? What the fluffy. It's gonna be one of those nights. All right. Woo! Now that looks cool. It wasn't the original intent, right? But nothing, you have to turn a flopportunity. I call that a flopportunity, right? We had a little bit of a flop, and now we have an opportunity to make something completely different. All right. So I'm gonna make sure these 2 pages are dry. So we had one here that worked. Over here made kind of a hot mess because it was too similar in a color. Nothing happened with this black, so we shall try again. Sometimes I see something in the chat while I'm talking and, you know, the words collide. He got Linda. Did I say heat gun? I'm all kerfuffled. So I don't know about you, but I have dictionary.com app on my phone. I know how to spell. I just have the worst typing. And then I forget to look, and I post a lot of typos, I know. But anyways, I do like to make sure that, you know, I have dictionary.com. I love dictionary.com, and now I have an app. So, but it gives you these pop-ups sometimes in the morning for, like, you know, word of the day. I'm telling you, some of those words of the day are so obscure. Obscure is all I gotta say. I've never heard of them before. I guess that's a whole point of having a word of the day, though. Oh, I just took a drink of coffee when Linda said that. Okay, oh, this what I'm looking for. Back to this bad boy. Okay, let's start with some different. Let's bust out some PBOs. Jean and Patty's favorite paints. Maybe we'll use a little bit darker of the blue, the cerulean blue hue this time. Maybe I'll add a little bit of, oh, I wanted to add some PBOs. So what is this one? Iridescent blue black. Try it. And I know I've said it before, but really, mono printing, this is all about finding the right combination of how much paint to use and all that goodness. So, and that takes a little bit of practice, guys. As you can see, I've been doing it for months, and I obviously don't have it down, down right, but it's sure fun trying, right? And every once in a while, you get some really awesome things. All right. So let me go back to some foam stamps. I'll use the X's. And here, this is the time where you can go back. Okay, here I have one of the prints we worked on earlier. Turn my plate around here so you can see. I don't know what range I said, but I thought it said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Barely. Little bit of something there. If you can, oh, you can't even see because I'm off camera. Apologize, my friends. Just remember, my friends, we may have teenagers and even a 10-year-old in chat. I'm all with the good jokes. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about the joking. I'm in it. You guys, right, Linda? Just just a heads up. You can make the choice of whatever you want to say. You know what I mean, Vern? I just give you the information. Just giving you the information. Okay, so we have a little bit of something there. May not be the exact right color, but that's part of the learning process, right? So we can go back to our plate. I'll turn it around again. Let's see. Let's bust out some texture embossing plate, embossing folder, texture me do's. No, not big deal, Jonathan. Just you know, I'm sure I will just keep my mouth shut. Okay. So I got a little bit of texture going on there. I think we need even more texture, so I'm gonna bust out again one of these uh foam. Mickey, if you're still here, is this just from the dollar store too? Like, are they just fun textured fun foam, or is it made for something else? Because I know Jean, for example, has gotten some cool texture things like this. Um, let's just say what I wanted to say was it's 20 to 11 at night. We definitely should be able to be PG. You know what I mean, Vern? Like, uh, Journal Artista After Dark. Okay, so we got a little bit of something going on here. Doing too much chatting, not enough plating. So let's go back to some of these little bits that only have a few things here. Again, not this. Nobody did anything wrong. Nobody said anything wrong. I am just putting that information out there. That's all I'm trying to say. No, then I can't see it, Jonathan. Can't art chatting. Yeah. You can get those ones at Michael's, Jean said. Those what you may do, these texture things. Cool. I did not know that. So I just like to add lots of papers to the same, you know, let's see if I can find any more papers. And then you just get a little bit of different things here and there, if you know what I mean. Let's see, look, I got a glassine envelope. Maybe we'll print that too. Whatever's around me. I like to print. Mickey said she bought that stuff at Cargo Largo. Is that a real place? I wish Simon would take that dang sleeping test. But anyways, that's a sore subject. We don't talk about that. Ooh, I like those little bits there. But this is a hot this tube. I don't know what's going on there. Well, that's fun. A little bit of something over here. Ding, 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 ding. Now, ooh, there's some crusty bits came off inadvertently right there. So that's kind of fun. This is one of those ones if you cut up into, definitely see some of the print there. Ooh, it's pretty. Except we don't have much left for you know what I'm trying to say. Any left for a cleanup print. So I'm just gonna do a couple more. I'll get the purple out. You have found Somerset magazines. Drink some coffee, Paula. Jane, I've missed you. Drink some coffee, Paula. Telling you, I'm sweating up a storm. Must be all the pressure I'm feeling. Sweating up a storm, as I like to say. All right, so I just used a little bit of brilliant purple and brilliant yellow green. Let's see, a little bit of. Sometimes I've got all these cool texture things. There's so much texture, so many things to use. I get overwhelmed. Let's see. I use a foam stamp. Night, Jean. I don't know what you're talking about, Miko. Well, you know, I've said I said again on Saturday night, if somebody else is on, I will not feel upset or or anything if go watch that other person, because if I didn't stream it this time, then I probably wouldn't stream. So I know it sucks, but as more and more people stream, we're gonna have more and more overlappage. So that's why, I record, I put it on YouTube eventually. I know I'm trying to get better at that. But I tried other times myself. I've been streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays for 5 years with a few hiatuses. Hiati. I don't know what the plural of hiatuses are, but the plural of hiatus. But Wednesdays and Saturdays have kind of always been my thing, and I tried. I really tried other days and times, and it just didn't work. So here we are. But again, like I said, guys, go watch. I would stream if it was just me and Carrie here. All right. I love this stencil. Again, this is Patty Tully Pear stencil from iStencils. And I forget the name of this particular one. Pyramid. And as you can see, I use them so much that I'm losing. I'm gonna have to take a shower with a few more of these stencils to clean them up. Let's see. So I apologize. It's not, you know, it has nothing to do with anybody else but my schedule. And that's it. And regardless, even if there wasn't other people at this, you know, like people have lives, people have things, so it doesn't, you know, if you can't be here, I can't be at every stream either. I wish I could be, but I'm looking for something to go, for this to go on top of. But like I said, that being said, I do appreciate everybody that is here. So, all right, let's see. I'm gonna do a few bits here, maybe. Could be making a really hot mess. Thanks, Mickey. Hiati. I mean, it's up to you guys. I just mean that, you know, I tried really hard, and I know other people stream the same time I do. But so do millions of other people. Welcome, Coco to Labs. I mean, that was another part of my thing too. It wasn't just, you know, fighting with Simon. Ooh, that's interesting. When I tried to stream earlier, that's a hot mess. But it might be an interesting ATC or something. All right. Let me take a little parts of this off. Telling you, I got stuffage everywhere, my friends. But I know, I don't want people to choose, is what I'm trying to say, right? So you have my permission to go watch the other person, whoever else is streaming. That's not the right word, my permission. But you know what I mean, Vern. Hot mess. All right, so what I'm wanting, so I got lots of blank spots here. So we're going to try the same thing again, but with a black. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's gonna, yeah. And I'm gonna go watch Zandra when I'm done, because Zandra streams at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, so about the same time. And you know, like I said, it's hard. It was a hard decision for me because I'm a big supporter of the group, but at the same time, you know, I can't let streaming affect my personal life, fighting and stuff. All right. I didn't mean to get on the soapbox. That's for sure. I'm just glad whoever's here, regardless if I have one person or 100, I feel blessed and grateful, and you know, maybe you can only watch me once a week. So, well, we are very glad you're here, Jane. I mean, I didn't have the Steam to stream for months, so that's the thing. Yeah, for the dog's sanity. Because look at this. The dogs, I don't know, just those other times they just get right worked up. Now, don't even hear them. They're like taking a nap. But Xandra's gonna start streaming on Sunday. I can easily be at that time on Sunday, right? And maybe she's more easily to be at this time on my stream on Saturday. You know what I mean, Vern? It's all good. But we all watch recordings anyway, so. Okay, so a little bit of black. Let's try it out again. Now, I'm going to really make sure I've got a thin layer of paint on here. I can see, maybe you guys can see some of the crusty bits coming through even. Yeah, Jonathan has a new puppy. Blade streams the artistic biker on Thursday nights, and I always get the time confused. So what I do is he has a show, like on my Saturday stream, it says, RSVP, and then it sends you this nice email. Sends you this nice email that says, you know, this person or whoever is coming on in an hour or it's an hour or half an hour. So I like that because sometimes I get the time zones confused. All right, here we go again with the collaged paper. Where's the other collage paper? Here we go. I don't know about you, but I like to watch recordings anyways. Oh my gosh, I got stuff going on. I need another piece of Gelli paper. While I'm arting. Before I used to always listen to music, but now I like to watch recordings while I art by myself. If I'm not arting on the couch, then I'm usually watching TV. Okay, a couple more pieces of Gelli paper to do these cleanup ones. Now, if I had to hear, yeah, Blade, your theme is the a Harley, right? His theme song is a Harley. If that were on my phone as a ringtone, that would scare me. Sometimes the birdie tweeting is scary. Oh, sorry guys. And hey, the thing is, when you can get together with friends and watch recordings too, because you can still chat. If you're watching a recording, you can still chat. Night, Patty, my friend. Feel better? Say two of you miss the same stream. I'm always trying to chat. I don't know if JZ's here tonight, but I see JZ in another, say maybe Dee Dee's chat or somebody else's chat. And ooh, can you guys see those colors here? Can you see the blues, the metallic? I don't know what you guys can see. Anyways, I think that lots of people though that watch the okay, this is becoming a hot mess. Hot mess. So that didn't show up at all. Again, maybe the color, I mean a little bit of the green showed up, but nothing. Like I said, this is going to be my finest of hot messes. So I don't know if it's a gel medium. I don't know what. That one worked a little bit better. Maybe I'm not, because there's gel medium, I'm not rubbing on a lot, but these are the most hot mess papers I've made yet. Oh well. Okay, I think I'm going to put some white on this and try to pull all of this as a print. So, again, the lesson for tonight, jelly plating is not an exact science. I make a whole bunch of hot messes. My idea didn't seem to work out very well. Not sure why. But hey. Alright, so a little bit of white acrylic paint here. And I'll try to do another cleanup print of all this black crusty bits. Maybe my black paint, because it's brand new, is not mixed You know what I mean, Vern? Let's see, why I'm saying it's a hot mess, guys, is because you can't see any of the texture or, um, you can't see any of the texture or the original stencils, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think that's why I'm disappointed with it. I'm going to still do some top stenciling and all that type of stuff. I guess I'm just disappointed because I can't see the yummy crusty bits. You guys are going to get so sick of me saying that. You probably already are sick of me saying that. Alright, let's get a brand new sheet of couple deli papers. Thanks, Jane. So, like I said before, lots of times when you watch me, you can learn how to do something, and sometimes you learn how not to do it. I think there's a way. I just haven't perfected it yet. Alright. Maybe it's not dry enough. I don't know. I mean, you can still see the texture. Right? You just can't really see any of the stuff. But we can do some top stenciling on here and add some splots, and we'll be all good. All right. Now, I guess using white on top of deli paper wasn't the smartest idea for me all night either. That wasn't the best idea I had all night. Oh, sweet goodness. We got a whole bunch of nothing. Well, we got a distressed piece of deli paper. This is bad news. Bad news, my friends. Oh my goodness. I need some help. I need some help. Alright, so I'll show you what we printed tonight. But, I'm not sure how successful it was tonight. Alright, let's see. So, the original papers. Now these, like I said, don't get me wrong. We got some hot mess going on, but that doesn't mean they're done or that I can't do something. Sherry? Yeah, what is Sherry? What's wrong? Sherry PA, Carrie? Is she having a hard time getting in again? Hey, Miss Mindy. So I've got lots, and some of this may be cut up. Well, it's all going to be cut up. But a lot of it looks a little bit muddy. So I'm definitely going to have to focus on top stenciling on here. I mean, this looks cool. But it's just not what I was thinking of in my head. But again, with jelly plating, it never really is. You never really get what you intend. And I'm only doing it on one side in case I do want to turn them into ATCs or whatever, because I've been printing on both sides of the paper and then using them for ATCs, and then it's kind of like a waste because all I'm using is the top. All right, so in an hour, after all my gabbing, I also got some brayer off deli paper. This one is stuck together. We have some deli papers over here. Hot mess. Oh, so, but how does someone log in more than once, Carrie? If Sherry PA is logged in more than once, but how? What do you mean logged in more than in two? It can't be on two devices. This looks like I'm bleeding. It's just paint. It can't be on two devices. Like I can be logged in on my iPad or my tablet, sorry, and then uh and then on my laptop it's no problem. So does that mean she has two windows open and she's logged in on two different windows? More than one window on a computer or the tablet. All right, so we'll go through real quick. I do love how this this cheapy brush looks. I love that. You get these kind of images when you use too much paint on cleanup prints, I find. Although they could look like people. Now look, I'm upside down. Frazzin, frazzin. I gotta get used to it. I can see some peeps here. That's kind of a fun one. I love how this spot turned out. If all of it could turn out that way. But, you know, add some splots to these bad boys and cut them up. And, you know, we'll be all good. Hey, Sherry. Finally made it. Figured it out. So, I think what I'm going to do, because we've only been here for an hour and 20 minutes. You like it, Rain? Thanks, my friend. I think I can move a little bit different, so, but, you know, it's pretty close. Vicky says one of her favorite things to use on the jelly plate is the thing that goes between your toes when you get a pedicure. One of those toenail polish, that thing. I know what you mean. All right. I think I'm going to do some top stamping on this. Or, you know, when I say top stenciling, I'm going to stencil the regular way. Let's settle it the regular way. Do you guys get that commercial in the States? All right, let's see. So sometimes I like to use some craft paint. I find, especially for yellows and stuff, craft paint seems to be a little bit more, not all the time, but can be more opaque. But you know, when I'm choosing paint, a lot of times it's just whatever color, right? I'm more concerned about what color I'm using than necessarily the brand of paint. All right. I think to mix it up, because we use a whole bunch of Patty Tully Parish stencils here, let's bust out some 6x6 of another company. Other fun ones here and mix her up. Let's find some good something. I don't want to use a mask. And some Crafter's Workshop. Ooh, like this one. This is a Julie Faye Van Balzer stencil from Crafter's Workshop. This is a Stencil Girl one. Couple arrows maybe. Harlequin. Oh, I do like these ones from Artist Seller. They are the Marked series by Lynn Kay from Artist Seller. Whoopsie upside. Sweet goodness. I'm not going to be able to get out of that habit. Night, CB. Those texture plates are good for stamping on top. Oh, that's a good idea, Mickey. For the texture, kind of like itty bitty backgrounds. Yes. Okay. So I just got pulled out of some random ones. I'll let you know who makes what as I use them. So here I have a makeup wedge. What is Carrie gonna tweet? Oh, okay. Anyways, so this tip is dry. It's the makeup wedge. So I just cut off the dried bit, and now you have a brand new sponge. Just make sure that it's not wet. You want to start with a dry sponge. Yeah, exactly, Kelly, because I haven't emailed you yet. Did I? I'm telling you, I need to bust out my planner again. This is getting out of hand. All right, let's try first some Indian turquoise, just the first color that I kind of see here. Can't catch up. So this is a artist seller stencil. Love this set. Woo! Now we're cooking. Hey, Carol. Again, I'm not ignoring anybody. I just try to answer things in order or based on how important they are, and I need to get better at that. I am getting better at that. Sorry. Sometimes it's just hard when you get bombarded with messages on every platform. And then I forget sometimes if I answer, anyways, I'll stop with the excuses. I will get to you. I'm not ignoring you. I will get to you soon. That goes for Marion. If Marion is watching, I received your wonderful email as well. Oh, Ash is growling. She must hear something. All right. Well, that's fun. I like how that's looking. Add a few yellow splats on there. Now we're good to go. So let's put that. So I'm going to use the same stencil. Same thing. Let me find a couple of other. See where else. I don't know what she's barking at. Something outside. Excuse me for a second. Everybody, say it with me. Bella, come. Bella, come. Look at me. No bark. But if you're watching on the recording, everyone makes fun of me when I say Bella no bark. Oh, let's add some on this and see here. My whole thought process is, working with the jelly plate is that you just don't have to use don't think that because you use the jelly plate that has to be it. You can add more stenciling on top or drawing or spots, you know, or like I was trying at the beginning to do something underneath it. And I don't know, I need to practice that. See what I did wrong, because I did the other day with better results than that. But it could be all depending on the colors you choose or whatnot. I don't know. Maybe it's more humid in my room today. That's kind of fun. So I'm still gonna add, let me add this one in the corner here. This is a beautiful color. It's kind of a Tiffany type blue. Hi AJ. I think it was on, I watched a lot of Caesar Milan when I first got my dogs. So I don't know if that's where it comes from or not. The look at me part, I definitely read that somewhere or saw that somewhere. I think this needs a little bit. Maybe I'll use a little different of a stencil. Let's see, maybe this Harlequin, this one happens to be Crafter's Workshop. And like I've said before, I love stencils as much as I love rubber stamps. And you know how I feel about rubber stamps. I can never have enough. It's the same as stencils. And I really believe that all manufacturers, all companies, all designers have something to bring to the table. And I love to mix them all together. That's right. I love stencils. Ho ho! And this, with this camera setup now too, that Blade reminded me, because if you don't, Jonathan, what, and when I say Jonathan and Blade is the same person, um, YouTube, on YouTube, you've got those funny numbers at the back of your name on YouTube as well. What's your YouTube name so I can say it out loud? All right, so a little bit of something there. I think this is pretty much done. I definitely didn't go to PetSmart, but that's a good one. Watch me. Yeah. Look at me or watch me. What do you got on YouTube these days? What's your YouTube? Sometimes I forget, right? When you've been subscribed. I've been subscribed to Jonathan on YouTube for a long time. I forget their names. All right, let's try this one. What color? Rain wants to know. This one is called, oh, The Artistic Biker on YouTube. Okay, wonderful. That's easy to find. It is Indian turquoise. I don't know how well you can see that. By Americana. Indian turquoise, Americana. All right, my friends, we got this. What color should we do some top stamping or stenciling on top of this? What do you think? This one is a Crafter's Workshop stencil. I believe it's a Julie Faye Van Balzer design. Yeah, and on Ustream, I know you're the artistic biker with a dash in between. I think I'm going to put white splots. I'm going to put white splots over it. So Carrie thinks black. I think so too. That's a good idea, Carrie. We need a little bit of black on this. I have some neon pink, but see, I have neon pink by Ooh, Miko. You know what? I can use my fancy Sakura markers for that neon pink, because neon pink doesn't go so well. It's a very translucent paint, very. I got like transparent paint. So when I change colors, I'm going to black. I don't even have to do this. I wasn't thinking. Um, if I'm changing colors, you just cut off your makeup wedge and start again. But because I'm using black, there was no need for me to do that. That's not black. That's a blue, my friends. A blue. Ultra blue deep. Sorry, I thought it said lamp black. Okay, so we'll be using some blue black. So this stencil is very intricate. So therefore, yeah, I have to be a little bit more careful. So I'm going to put that one there and then move the rest of it down. Intricate's not the right word. It's very fine. You know, it's got real fine openings in it. So you just have to be a little bit more careful so that it, you know, you retain the cool texture of it. And you don't have to use stencils at this point. You know, I could go back and let's say I've got some of that on there, but let's go back and use my jelly plate, excuse me. I can go back in here and go back to these X's and use a foam stamp instead. And it would be much easier if I had my little jelly plate out, one of my little jelly plates out, and just used it to put paint on my foam stamp rather than this way, but either way works. I definitely don't carry. I want anyway. See, that's bad news. That didn't work out so well because my paint was already dry. So, what I mean paint here at my palette wasn't enough. Let's try that again. Did I say that's bad news? I don't think I did. I just did then. Okay, let's see. Hot mess over here. Let's just cover it right up with a ampersand. Well, if this is an ampersand, where's Jean when you need her? Went to bed. What is this called? Is it also called an ampersand? Where's dictionary.com when you need it? So what I'm saying is get out all your stencils, all different companies, mix them up, give them all some love. Right? Right. Lots of layers on that one. So we've got 4 pages now. Let's just see. I've got a little bit more of this black. I'll find one to use some more black. Not those ones. We need some black maybe on this one. We'll add a tiny bit. Let's see. Let's add these arrows from Crafter's Workshop. They're both ampersands. Just a different font, I suppose. Kind of like, I guess the letter B, you know, is still a B no matter which font you use. I guess it's the same thing, eh? It's just a different font of ampersand. Let's see. So I'm not, you know, I kind of stenciled that pretty, you know, solidly. This one down here, I didn't stipple, I guess is the right word. I didn't put paint everywhere. I just kind of did a little willy-nilly here and there. You haven't heard me say that in a while. And A little something, something. All right. I got lots of paint there left over, so you know what that means to me. Find a book. Let's see, this page needs some. I think it needs some black harlequin. What do you think? Again, this is just another version of a leftover journal. Just happens to be big. It's a clothing store catalog that I found at the mall. So I don't like to waste paint, so I have lots of, these type of books around. You guys see, I pull them out all the time. I just love to have. I just love to work this way. For a while. So a little bit of something on that. And let's see, on this side, put that to the side for a second. I got a random sheet here, so I'm just going to take a. So this didn't start with any gesso. So, lots of times I say you got to gesso your page, or I like to gesso my pages, and this is why. If I want to use the wipe off technique now, you can. Some of it's going to come off, but it's not going to be the same thing, that's for sure. But you'll get good results over some of these spots that have some paint already. Clean it off a bit. All right, so here's what we're going to do. What time we got? Is this still only quarter to two? Quarter two. All right, so I'm just going to use this little bit of something here. It is an at sign. A caret. A caret. C-A-R-A-T. Are we talking about the same thing? I don't know. I'm going to have to go to dictionary.com and look it up afterwards, so that's what. Okay. So, you know me, I like this. So here we got a little bit of top stenciling now. And I mean, you could have done this with the Gelli plate too, right? But, it just means you don't have to all the time. But the good thing about using kind of the same colors now is that every one of these, I think, would benefit, all 5 of these papers would benefit from, Sandra, would benefit from some yellow splots. Hey, Barb. Barb. Good to see you, my friend. I'm wide awake. Okay, so I got all these papers ready for, and this is going to be using some lemon yellow. I just bought this color because the other color of yellow I've been using, they don't seem to sell it at my Michael's anymore. The not Craft Smart, but was it Craft Smart or Apple Barrel? I don't even know if they have any Apple Barrel anymore at Michael's, now that I think about it. Craft Smart, Americana, and the Americana section was even low. And Martha Stewart. I drink coffee because of the taste. All right, so a little bit of water. And let's go back. So Jean, when our friend Jean, Music Scrap Jean, yesterday said that she doesn't like spots, not because of what it looks like on the paper, but because of what it looks like everywhere on her glasses. I'm the same way. It's all over my computer. It's on my glasses. It's on my Fitbit. It's everywhere. So if you don't like that mess, you know, not the technique for you. Or you can contain it. Maybe if you had a corrugated box of some type that you could use, um, as a catcher. All right. So I'm making a consistency of, kind of like cream. Now that we're talking coffee. And do a little spot. So I want some bigger spots. So as I've said the other day, if you want bigger spots, I kind of roll my brush. And then when this dries, then I can cut it up to ATCs or postcards or whatever I'm giving away. So speaking of giving away, I'm going to get ready to do one here soon. Where's my friend Debbie? Must be Debbie. So everybody played nice. So there's luckily Miko scared everybody away. Right now I'm just teasing Miko. I'm a night owl. Well, I've changed just because of Simon. Okay, so we only have 33 people watching, which means your odds are good tonight. So we're gonna do 1 in 40. I'm gonna enter when I type go into the chat. I love me some spots. So I'm gonna put it in when I type go in the chat, I want you to put in one number between 1 and 40 without going over. When I type go, between 1 and 40. Hopefully the number hasn't changed since. So the first person who gets it, I'm going to use random.org, so there's no funny business going on. And, oh, this one's going to be good. Seablade, I need a shirt. Your mother needs to hook me up with a shirt that says, I like big splots and I cannot lie. I want I like big splots t-shirt. And on the back, something to do with hot mess. All right. So last one. So again, I want, I like these bigger splots. So I'm trying to. Did I say what? Oh, I haven't wrote go yet. Oh, sorry. That's what you're saying. Okay, hold on. I'm almost ready now. I was working on the splots. All right. 1 in 40. Haha, Miko with it, my favorite number, but was beat by Miss Mindy. Sorry, just teasing. But we go by Carrie's computer anyways. Random. Carrie's probably in bed. Carrie is still up. Yeah, Blade. Those are like journal artista. All right, everybody got their number in. Paula is spot on tonight. Everybody in? I got a little bit more spots. I got some spots over here. Ooh, I didn't do anything on this one. This one will benefit with some spots. So if you're new, just a little giveaway I do is just kind of some goodies that are on my desk. Uh, you know, things like napkins and jelly plated stuff, collage bits, whatever I got going on. Just something fun. Because it's sometimes I'm still unemployed, so I don't have a lot of money, but I can handle a few stampages, a few stamps. All right, the number was 38. I think AJ won again. 38. Yeah, Blade's too worried. See, you're focusing on the artistic biker, not the journal artista. That's your problem, Blade. I kill myself. 38. I thought I saw it was AJ. See, look, I'm going upside down again. Sweet goodness. I don't know how I'm gonna get used to this. But everybody's already. Should we do one more drawing using the same numbers so we don't have to go through that painful thing again? But I have lots. So if you're waiting for something, if you just got here, I've got all of the envelopes. I've got 9 things to mail beside me. Everything's ready except for um yeah, AJ just won a card. I just put a card together. So this will be different stuff anyways. So the thing with splots, especially when you have big splots, they take a long time to dry. They take a long time to dry. But I am gonna, so maybe, I know you guys don't like it when I don't show, let's see. We like the ampersand one. So let's quickly take a heat gun to this and cut it up so that, you guys can see what it looks like cut up, because that's the fun of it. Heat gun. Rico? What is that? I think I need to give Miko send Miko something just for all the abuse I've given her tonight. Heat gun. Vicky. Hot. All right. So I did see one of you fine friends ask about mounting your stamps on Twitter right before I came on. Was that Sherry? Is Sherry still here? One of the Sherrys? I know we have a few Sherrys. And I will try not to complain about my trimmer, so just ignore it. But I like to, so right now, here, I seem to work a lot in portrait. Um, so some jelly prints, like for example this one, it doesn't matter, right? this collage paper because there's nothing that really has any um, direction to it. But these ampersands and at symbols and color wheel or whatever that is, slice of pie, is kind of has a direction. So I'm just going to do 2.5. And this is, I need a new, I need to go and get a new trimmer. This is ridiculous. All right. So this doing it this way doesn't mean you get 10. You only get 9. But there's just some times where, you know, I don't want a sideways thing. So 3.5. We'll do one more drawing here. I'm just going to quickly cut this. 3.5. I've gotten a lot quicker at cutting ATCs in the last little while with all the pocket letters. 3.5. And then we'll show you what these look like. Yeah. So Laurel, our wonderful friend Laurel from New Jersey, when she unmounted, and I think Dee Dee did this, and Dee Dee said this before too. She used a microwave. So I've only done it a couple times for some of the girls when I was selling my Stampin' Up stamps. I unmounted some of them just because it was cheaper to send that way. So you put them in the microwave for a few seconds. Test it out. You know, it like Dee Dee said, disclaimer. The last time Dee Dee was talking about it, you know, don't blame her if your microwave blows up. You only want it, you know, try 5 seconds. If it's not warm enough, try 10 seconds. You know, it's it's not a rocket science, but what the microwave is going to do is just soften the glue so you can easily peel it off. That's what I'm saying. So lots of girls. I mean, Laurel like brought, if I remember correctly, brought her microwave into our art room and everything. So yeah, as as Dee Dee would say, don't email me if you set your wood on fire. But yeah, microwave it is. Yeah, see, Carol did microwave hers. Do I glue what drop-offs? Drop-offs? Oh, you did? Oh, so you already got the response. Okay. All right. So now we have a couple. And now you can do whatever on here. You can collage more things, you know, draw something, dress it out, paint it over. Oh, I really like this one. So I don't know. I'm not sure if you learned anything tonight, but I had a good time and I got a whole bunch of ATCs to send out. Quarter of an inch strips. These ones? I throw them in the garbage. What do you do with them? Or else if I kept stuff like this, oh my goodness. I mean, I already have too much stuff to begin with, but there would just be a never ending. So we'll do one more drawing. I'll do it real quick. Again, 1 to 40. AJ, send me an email again because that's how I keep track of who I owe to is people that send me emails. Because I star them and I put them in a box in a folder in my Gmail. So um, so please still send me another email. I'll send out some fun stuff. Maybe some strips. back to one. Generate a new number. I love the way so you can stop. I could already see somebody won. Um, Again, the way the internet works. Not the internet, the universe. Somebody that I either I've told them I need to send them something or owe them something, somehow seems to win. I used to, but you just get overwhelmed. Like if for me, well maybe something like this I might keep to send to somebody, but a tiny piece like that one, I don't know. You would just have I would have so much it would just be I already have enough scraps. You know what I mean, Vern? It would be overwhelming. But I got to do up some of these, a lot of these, because all of the ones that I've sent out anyways, most of these other ones, uh, hot mess, upside down, razor frazzle. Some of these we've done in the past couple days, past couple streams, I should say, almost all gone. So I need to do up some more. Okay, so the number was 33, I think. Let me check again. Now that I just showed my password to all of the world. I did that before, didn't I? It was 33. Upside, sweet goodness. And I think it was Janet. I saw Janet. Did somebody have before Janet? But I love, like, look how, I don't know. Let's see. What's going to happen? Let's test something while we're still here. Let me try to zoom, see what happens. Razzin' frazzin'. But I told Janet I would see, that's what I mean about the universe, right? I told Janet that I have something for her, but I wasn't sure when I was going to be able to get it in the mail, and now it's going to force me to. See, if I look at something like this, see how close we can get. Let's go to autofocus, see what happens. Still not very clear, right? And then my problem is, if I try to go close up, I shake. See, it wants to focus, but because I'm constantly shaking, it won't. How can I avoid that? Razzin' frazzin'. I don't know, it's not even the right one. I think it's supposed to be razzer frazzin'. I don't know. Anyways, that didn't look, seems blurry. Seems blurry. So we shall back out. So I will work on some of those other ones that we collaged at the beginning. Some of these other hot mess papers, or what I'm calling a hot mess. I know, don't email me, as Dee Dee would say. I need to do some top stenciling on here and figure out how I can bring these back to their glory days. No, even Carrie, it's just the way I shake. This camera is so sensitive. Watch. If I bring it up, it won't autofocus. It will a little bit, but then it goes blurry again because I'm shaking. My hands shake no matter what I do. So I don't know what I need to do. Yes. Oh, don't even put your address, Janet. Just say, like, just so I remember. Just say, like, Wednesday night winner or something. That's just how because I don't write it down here. I need to get my planner out is what I need to do, but you know what I mean, Vern? Oh, zoomed in looks blurry. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to watch it to see how well you guys can see. It just won't zoom, which is less frustrating with this and for me, but I would upside down, but just for something like this, right? To be able to focus on the names of stuff. It will just it won't because I'm too shaky. Yeah, I'm gonna have like Blade Jonathan says to stack something. I'm gonna have to create like a little platform for just to hold it on or something. My email is just journalartista@gmail.com. Anybody can email me. Journalartista@gmail.com. Just don't give me any hate mail. I had enough. I have enough of that already. All right, my friends. I can't wait for Saturday. We'll do something just as fun. Probably not with the jelly plate. Remember last Saturday we did an art journal page because it had been a few weeks. It had been a few weeks. I don't even know where it is right now because my room is a disaster. But hopefully you had some fun tonight and it inspired you to bust out your jelly plate. And I'll see you back for Stencil Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, every Saturday night. Yeah, if Ustream would let me do it in HD, but hey, this is like 100% better. This is like you know, way better than what we had before. What my quality was before. So I'm counting my blessings there already. Yeah, like if I put my there's one box. One box, a couple books. I always got enough books lying around. A couple books. Hey, Terry. I don't know if you can see that any better or not. Anyways, it's not even all the coffee. I've never had a steady hand. Never had a steady hand. And even if let's see, let's test this one. Crusty bits. Ooh. Oh, it was clear for about 2 seconds. Did you see that? Maybe one. And no chipmunks. There we go. Ooh. Oh. It's on there for like 3 seconds. Maybe if I put it down, what's gonna happen? I love this. I'm just practicing now, guys. Don't. Just testing. Just testing. I just shake. Like, you see my hand vibrate? Always. Since I was a kid. Is there a way to manually focus it? Hmm. Oh, probably. Advanced settings. Exposure gain. Brightness. Oh, Razor Frozen. Oh, mirrored. Mirrored. Oh, that goes the other way, though. Not upside down. Hold the fort. Anti-flicker. No idea what that means. Color intensity, contrast, brighter, gain. I don't know what gain is either. But if I take it off, if I put it on macro setting, And then you are getting very sleepy. See, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. What, then I have to do it until it gets clear? This could take a while. Aha. Ho ho! Look at those crusty bits. I can't see chat at all. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so not techie, my friends. So not techie. All right. Good night, everybody. Hey, that looks. Now you can see it. You see those scratch from that thing? That's what I was trying to show all this time. Those scratchy bits. Now you can see some crusty bits. And then if we go back, like, see, now you maybe literally see clearly why I think this is a hot mess. See what I mean? It's just like a mud. It's layers of stuff, but not layers in a good way. I just love how you can just see a little bit of that Harlequin stencil there. Up, up, left, down, right, side. My spots are moving. Yeah, and this texture, so when we did it on this one, oh no, this is bad news. See what happens? Razor frazzin. I'm gonna have to throw out that, I'm gonna have to cover that piece now. Yeah, it's gonna be cut up Vicky for sure. Look at this. So that was when Mickey said that she did a burlap by going both, one way then the other way. Look how cool that is. And then with the tribal squares stencil, that looks cool. On this side looks just as yummy. Oh, I'll definitely put more contrast stuff on there. Night, Jonathan. See you tomorrow. What else? This one. And see some of the goodness over here, maybe. Fun. I like looking at it close up. Anyways, now we're gonna be all blurry, so I'm gonna go. Much love, my friends. Looks like linen.